Trump administration is repurposing federal land for AI data centers. The Trump administration is turning large tracts of federal land into sites for massive artificial intelligence data centers and the power plants needed to run them, as officials look to speed AI development while pushing back against local opposition to these energy-intensive facilities. On Wednesday, the Energy Department announced it will redevelop parts of a retired Cold War-era uranium enrichment facility in Paducah, Kentucky, to host a large new AI data center campus. The site, owned by the federal government, has been undergoing environmental cleanup for years. The plan calls for a $100 billion project that would include 2 gigawatts of natural gas-fired power connected to the local grid and 2.6 gigawatts of battery storage capacity. The department said the investment would be privately funded through a partnership with NextEra Energy, Brookfield, and several local utilities. For reference, 1 gigawatt of natural gas generation can power roughly 750,000 homes. Energy Secretary Chris Wright explained the rationale, saying the government is leveraging its assets, like federal lands, to add power generation, create jobs, and ensure the United States wins the AI race. This Paducah effort marks the third time the Trump administration has detailed plans to convert Cold War-era facilities into data center hubs. In March, the Energy Department said it would repurpose parts of a former nuclear enrichment site in Piketon, Ohio, to host an enormous 10-gigawatt data center, mostly powered by natural gas and financed partly by Japan. Earlier this month, the Energy Department's National Nuclear Security Administration announced it would work with engineering firm Momentum to explore a 1-gigawatt data center, potentially powered by gas and nuclear energy, at the Savannah River site in South Carolina, a federal complex once used to produce plutonium for nuclear weapons. President Trump has been a vocal supporter of artificial intelligence, describing it as essential to winning the technology competition with China. At the same time, he has tried to address growing resistance in many communities to the spread of giant, energy-hungry data centers, which are driving up electricity demand nationwide. A recent Gallup poll found that nearly half of Americans would strongly oppose a new data center in their neighborhood, citing concerns about noise, pollution, and the amount of electricity and water such facilities consume. According to Data Center Watch, a project by the AI research firm 10A Labs, at least 75 data center projects worth $130 billion were delayed or stopped by local opposition in the first quarter of this year. At a White House event last week, President Trump aimed to address some of those concerns, signaling that the administration is aware of the pushback and seeking ways to accommodate both AI ambition and community worries. That's the latest on how the federal government is reshaping former Cold War sites to power the next wave of artificial intelligence.